She didn't scream when it happened. She learned long ago that screaming doesn't always bring help. Sometimes it brings doubt. When Marie walked into that police station, she thought her nightmare was finally over. But what she didn't know was her real battle had just begun. The officers who promised protection would turn into her accusers. Her friends would become her jury. And the justice system, meant to defend her, would force her to apologize to her attacker. They said her story was a lie. They made sure the world believed she made it all up. But the monster they ignored kept hunting in the shadows. This is the true story of how truth was buried, and how one survivor clawed her way back to prove the world wrong. Don't go anywhere. But before the twist ahead, tap subscribe and share to support more stories that matter. A dimly lit one-bedroom apartment, low hum of a freezer, a cheap Fantix, slow and uneasy. Marie, 18, lies in bed, covered but still shaking from trauma in life before today. Former foster child, a lifetime of instability. Finally, her own place. Independence, safety, or so she thought. She drifts asleep, the kind that comes not from peace, but exhaustion. Then, a gloved hand covers her mouth, a knee crushed against her back. Plastic ties squeezed tight around her wrists, her breath stolen, her mind frozen. He whispers nothing, no insult, no name, just violence. His calm made it worse. A camera shutter clicks, once, twice. He leaves her tied, terrified, humiliated, and just like that, he is gone. Her clock keeps ticking, as if nothing happened. But Marie's life will never move normally again. The next morning, Marie forces herself to the police station, eyes swollen, voice thin. She explains everything with terrifying detail. A masked man, zip ties, camera flashes, forced silence. Officers nod, take notes. Detective Sanders, skeptical eyes, slow blinking judgment, stares too long at her reactions. His mind isn't on the crime, it's checking whether she is believable. Marie signs the report. She thinks it's over. But the officers share looks she doesn't understand. One whispers, she's been through a lot. Could be acting out. The seed of doubt is planted. Police visit her apartment. Not urgently, just routine. They poke around, see nothing obvious, ask the same questions, over and over. Each time she repeats the horror, their doubt grows stronger. They ignore the zip ties. They claim her memory is too detailed. They suggest she might have dreamed it. They ask, "Are you sure this happened? Could he have been a boyfriend? Why didn't you scream? Why you?" Marie begins to doubt her own sanity. Days pass. Police call again. The tone has shifted. They no longer look for a criminal, they look for a lie. Detective Sanders sits close, looming. "Things aren't adding up, Marie. We think you made this up. If you tell us the truth now, it'll be easier for you." She shakes, trying to breathe. Her hands tremble under the table. We see the child in her, an entire childhood, spent proving she deserved to exist, and always being doubted. The pressure breaks her. Tears blur her vision. She whispers the words that will destroy her life. "Maybe I exaggerated some things." Sanders smiles like he won. "So, you lied?" She never said that. Not once. But it doesn't matter. Scene 5, forced to confess. They make Marie write an apology letter. "I made a false report. I wasted police resources. I'm sorry." Every sentence feels like a betrayal of herself. Her voice taken away again. Only this time by people in uniform. Police charge her with false reporting. A trauma survivor turned into a criminal. Overnight. Her friends start whispering, "She lies for attention. We knew she was unstable. She always wanted drama." Her foster mother stops calling. Her landlord questions her sanity. Her support system collapses. Marie stops leaving the apartment, stops sleeping, stops hoping. She believes the world. Maybe it was my fault. Maybe I should have kept quiet. Maybe it really didn't happen the way I remember. Shame becomes her only companion. Slow fade to black. Across the country, Colorado, another woman is assaulted in the exact same way. Hands tied, mask, camera clicks, no words, then a third, a fourth. This time, detectives listen. Detective Henderson, sharp, relentless, notices patterns. Same materials, same camera lens type, same silence. She builds a profile. This is one man, a serial predator. Evidence is collected properly. DNA preserved. Footprints measured. A real hunt begins. This is what Marie deserved, but never received. A suspect emerges, caught leaving another apartment surveillance zone. His name won't be spoken yet, because for now, he is the shadow Marie remembers. Police raid his home. Inside, boxes of camera equipment, encrypted digital files, photos of victims, including Marie, proof, undeniable, solid. The nightmare really happened. Colorado detectives contact Washington. They ask about Marie's case. Washington officers go silent. They thought they closed that chapter. No rapist, no survivor, no crime, just a girl seeking attention. They stare at the evidence. Marie was telling the truth. Every single detail. Police return to Marie, not to apologize, but to ask questions. She listens, silent, expression empty. We think we found him. You were right, Marie nods. No celebration, no relief. Validation doesn't heal trauma. But it does one thing. It exposes injustice. The attacker is charged with multiple rapes, including Marie's. Marie takes the stand, her voice still soft, but unshakable. She describes the night again. Same detail they once mocked. This time, the room listens. The man who robbed her dignity sits handcuffed, and the people who buried her truth sit ashamed in silence. The gavel falls. Guilty. Marie finally breathes. Marie receives compensation for wrongful charge. But money doesn't erase scars. She still sleeps with the lights on, still avoids closed spaces, still wonders how many people suffered because she was silenced. But she rebuilds her life, piece by piece. Her voice, once stolen, becomes her strength. She becomes an advocate for women who feel unheard, because she knows the deepest truth. The most dangerous thing about a crime isn't always the monster who commits it. It's the world that refuses to believe you. Fade to her, standing outside the courthouse, sunlight hitting her face, surviving. Not just the assault, but the disbelief that followed. In a just world, truth would always be enough. But Marie learned that justice doesn't come for those who need it first. It comes for those who can prove they deserve it. If someone finds the courage to speak, the least we can do is listen. No Shade Zone, real stories, real lessons, no shade.